everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and also comment down below. This is where we talk all things reality and the celebrity world in general. So, what are we talking about today? Today, I want to start a series called The Contrast Between the Two Polygamists, the American one and the South African one. So, who is the American polygamist? Okay, his name is Kody Brown, and he claims that his polygamy is based on God. Yes, it's based on God. Now, we know from the Bible that there were people who were polygamists in the Bible, but it did not seem to be a very fruitful thing to do, And I'll tell you in a minute why. Now, so Kody Brown resides in the United States of America, and he is the leader of the Brown family, and he has 4 wives, okay? And then Umusamselegu, our very own polygamist here in South Africa, who also has 4 wives. And I can tell you this, now he says his polygamy is based on his ancestors, and I will explain it later how that goes about. But here is the thing that I want us to look at between these 2 men. Now, these 2 men are both exceptionally rich, because how else can you just even afford to take 4 wives and say these are all your wives, you're going to be taking care of them and all that, Because also on top of this, having 4 wives, you're still going to have kids from these people. Now, here comes the difference. This is where the difference is. Musamselegu is a polygamist, saying his polygamy is based on ancestors. What does that mean? He feels that his ancestors perhaps told him to take 4 wives, He's never said it on screen though, but he does believe in ancestors, and he does believe in the traditional way of doing things based on the campus that is led by ancestors. Now, on the other side, Kody says his polygamy is based on God. In order to reach the highest level of God, you actually need to take as many wives as you can. Now, here's the difference between these 2 people. I don't know how in Kody's church they do polygamy, because by the look of things, the way I see it now, I think that he does not respect his marriage enough, okay? Because, for someone to lose all 3 wives and be left with 1 wife, which means maybe you are probably doing something wrong. Is it because you do not have respect for the rest of the other wives, or you just don't have respect for it at all? I say that he does not have respect for it at all because of the fact that he didn't pay a dowry for each of those people that he took in to be his wives. But he did benefit from them being his wives, because each wife came with a skill and they poured into the family, okay? They poured into the family financially and even time-wise. Mary had to mother kids that were not even hers. We will get into who is actually Mary in that family. On the other side, Umusamselegu, he paid a dowry, okay, for each of these women, which even today, he is still trying to cover up some of the things in terms of this one I need to go continue, finish off the dowry, I need to go and put umabo and all those things, because he is Zulu and I am also Zulu, so I know it's definitely expensive. It's definitely costing him to have each wife, because each of them you need to pay a dowry, and it doesn't even end there. You also have to do umembeso, and it does not end there. You have to do umabo. The list is endless if you're gonna be a polygamist in South Africa, especially to an African woman, because the dowry side as well is hefty, especially on the Zulu side. Shout out to all my Zulu family out there, okay? I call them my family because I know that we are all related somewhere, somehow, with those surnames. But that's not the only contrast that is between Samselego and Cody. Cody seemed to have this thing whereby people even said that he is a narcissist, and he's just a narcissist because he does not listen to these women. He wants these women to listen to what he says, even though he's not gonna do the same for them. But I will go ahead and attribute that to the fact that, okay, listen, he comes from a church that says patriarchy, okay, men rule, and you will listen to me, and there is no other word except for mine and God's word. That's the kind of church that Cody comes from. So his narcissism or him not listening to these wives, I would attribute it to that. Then we have Samselegu, where people say that he's misogynistic. Okay? Now, why do they say that he's misogynistic? Because he can say something so rude and something so gruesome, but then afterwards sugar-coated with maybe a romantic dinner, or he will organize the romantic dinner in order to say something rude, okay? Or he will backtrack on it. But right now, that is all the contrast we're going to do between these two men. We're going to go ahead the next episode and take a look at their wives, okay? Since they each have like 4 wives. Tell me what you think of this episode, and go ahead and subscribe and like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.